Now, for more on the story of the day, we'll be speaking to the Free State Police spokesperson a little bit later on. But first, let's begin with our top story right now, which takes us, unfortunately, to what's this tragic accident that's been happening this afternoon. Let's take a look and update you on the tragic events that took place over the weekend, where 11 people were killed in a tragic bus crash.
Naledi Sithole was supposed to celebrate his 10th birthday today, but instead he's mourning the death of his mother, Gugu Sithole. She was one of the ANC volunteers who died in a bus crash in the early hours of Sunday.
We have mixed emotions. It's more of if only she didn't go, what went wrong, make sure next time this doesn't happen.
Sithole died together with 10 others when the bus they were traveling in crashed between Wynberg and Ventersberg in the Free State. The Gauteng ANC visited 6 of the families today.
We are devastated by this loss, and we wish we could have done things differently. These comrades who are departed are our volunteers. I was here just on the last day of the registration. I spent it in this ward with these comrades. Very committed and dedicated members of the African National Congress.
For these survivors, though, it was a narrow escape. They were sleeping, but only to wake up on the side of the road. Those who witnessed the crash alleged that the drivers were trying to swap seats while the bus was in motion.
I hear the other guy was sitting on the first seat. Says he saw that happened. The driver changes driving.
While we were traveling, we saw the 2 drivers exchanging seats just few seconds before the accident. Then we later found ourselves lying on the side of the road.
An investigation is underway to determine the cause of the accident, while the bus company has also launched its own investigation. SABC News.
Well, let's find out what's been happening in terms of those investigations. We're joined now by the Free State Police spokesperson, Lieutenant Malebo Khosana. He's on the line from Bloemfontein. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Investigations have been continuing. What have you been able to find out, ascertain, or even confirm this evening?
Peter, what we can confirm is that the investigation has been continuous. I've already alluded to that fact. And currently, we have revealed through the investigation that the bus drivers were indeed trying to swap the driving positions when the bus overturned. And the 31-year-old driver who was assisting the driver was taken in for questioning for his role in the accident, but he is not currently held under police custody. The other driver was still at the hospital today when our investigators visited him, but he was found to be in a stable condition. However, he couldn't talk to the investigating officer. Then we will proceed with this other driver and we will process him according to the requirements of our investigations. And at the later stage, we'll be both charged for culpable homicide, depending on what's going to happen when we take the docket to the public prosecutor for decision whether they're going to put the court on the roll or not. At the present stage, we have not yet been able to release the names of the deceased who were taken to the state mortuaries in Bloemfontein yesterday. The 10 of them should be identified by their immediate family members as part of this investigation.
All right, so 10 people, 11 people confirmed dead. Any ideas how many people have been injured and are still receiving treatment?
The latest I received for today is that 5 who were at Bongani Hospital were discharged. And there are still the others who are still left at, about 2 has been left at Bongani Hospital, while the others were taken to Sasolburg. But they are still in a good condition. They are recovering very well. And I'm not sure about the others who were at Bloemfontein, at Wynberg and the other hospitals.
Lieutenant, what do you know about this practice of drivers swapping seats whilst the bus is still in motion? Is this something that you've come across before?
It is the first time I come across such an incident in my career as a police officer. So I'm not 100% sure about whether this thing is an ongoing trend or is it a new trend.
All right, so your investigations, I'm sure, must have involved eyewitness accounts from passengers. Were they the ones that were able to assist you with coming to this conclusion that this actually is what happened?
Our investigations are going to involve anything that can give us clues as to what has happened in order for us to solve this case. We are not going to leave anything lightly. We are going to take in anything that can assist us to solve this case in order to bring a concrete evidence before the court of law.
And finally, is there any culpability on the hands of the bus company itself, above and beyond just the drivers?
I cannot confirm that for now, Peter. It will also depend on what the investigation will reveal at a later stage, because on the scene there's supposed to be another investigation that are happening on the scene, and then from there we will see where we can fit the bus company on.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for giving us that update. So confirmation that the bus drivers that caused the accident are going to be charged with culpable homicide because they did in fact try and change seats whilst the bus was moving. That update from the Lieutenant Malebo Khosana, who is the spokesperson for the Free State. Babakshni.